careful of the edge behind.
Yes. Okay, right now I'm standing on stage. Well, 10 minutes ago, someone asked me to give a speech. Honestly, I haven't prepared anything yet. And what come up right away in my mind is about the topic that we already discussed in the previous lesson. Is about who is the person you love the most. Yes. So who is the person you love the most in your mind right now?
Myself.
Sorry?
Myself.
Yourself. Okay. How about you, Mike? Your mom, right? And little Brian?
Yeah, my mom.
Your mom too. Okay. How about you, sir?
Same.
Okay, all of you. No, not all of you. Most of you is mom, and except Miss Lana is herself, right? Okay. Yeah, I love my mom. Yes. I love my dad. Yes. I love myself. Yes, I love myself too. But in my heart, there is always a place for one person, and this is my niece. Some people, when they heard that, they might question, oh, why is not mom? Why is not dad? Or why not the sibling, sister or brother? But the niece. So it begins with a story that my sister got married with a man that I really hate him. I did not want her to marry this guy. Yes, at that time, I'm young. I'm just a high school girl, so I see things is just simple. Like my family is family. At that point of time, I always compare about the rich and poor. So I thought like, oh, my sister, she deserves a better husband. The man like a richer man than this man, to kind of compatible with my family. And I told dad and mom about that. And then my dad and mom said, I don't want you to think like that. I want you to just try to respect her choice. Okay? So I cannot do anything kind of like ask her to leave the boyfriend, but the wedding still happened. Everything happened. I even don't want to come up myself in the wedding at all. I just stay in my room, that's it. And then 6 months later, my sister got pregnant, and 1 month after the day he got pregnant, they divorced. So actually we all respect my sister, so we don't ask about the reason why both of them want to divorce. So okay, she wants to divorce. Okay, my sister and my parents say yes, and she moved back to our house. During that time, the pregnant time is the most terrible time in her life. This is the first time she got pregnant, got a baby, and things doesn't go well at all. Like she has to go to the hospital like twice a month. I don't know, like kind of medical issue, health issue. So she needs to go to the hospital, and then the doctor injects some kind of medicine to keep the baby inside. Yes. So it's keep happening like for 3 months, and she needs to stay at home. She cannot go to work because to keep the baby inside, not move too much, so it's affect the baby. Yeah, and at that time, I still like have no feeling for it. Okay, I sympathize with my sister, but I thought that it could be better if she not have a baby yet. So she divorced. It's better for her to next time got another husband, and then the baby doesn't be a kind of the street for her. So, but when the baby was born, this is the miracle things happened in my family. We love the baby so much because at that time, my dad, he got some kind of business, so he cannot stay at home, and the house only had me, my mom, and my sister, and we all take turn to take care about her. So gradually, I am the person that watch her from the baby to the kids, and now she kind of like this high for me, and I saw her from the baby, she growing, and then she sitting, and she start to walk, and then I am the person that hold her hand, teach her how to walk, teach her how to draw, because I really like drawing, and she is the one that draw with me, painting with me, go outside, play with me, and I like most of the time I spend with her, like this is the most happiness in my life I ever experienced that. Even I remember that because we all teach her by love, so she also grown up with love. One time, I fly from Singapore back to Hanoi, and then we took the bus to our home. On that bus, she gave me a tangerine, and then do you know what she said? She said that because I know you love tangerine, and then after a long flight, I know you really thirsty. That's why I bring this tangerine for you. Yeah. So this is just one of the most tiny little things that she cares for me. It's not like how much I care for her. It's also because of like how she cared for me at this age. I never can believe that at this age, the girl like 4 years old can care so much for me like that. Yeah, so this is a story about my niece, the person I love the most, and I believe that one day, if you guys all met her in person, you guys also will more understand why I love her so much, and also I believe that you guys also adore her so much.
Okay, feedback corner. They're stealing your story. So, do you have any feedback corner?
Alright, so I think you did a very good job in by raising questions to the audience and have them very engaged to even at the very beginning of the speech and to the middle of the speech. That's very good. And you also made very good eye contact with the audience. Yeah, I can see that. And very good movement on stage shows that you can actually control your stage with steady goals. And you could do it better by paying more attention to your posture, because I initially saw success you having a slouching posture.
Oh, okay.
And you tend to lean on one side, like the right or the left during the speech. That is all my feedback.
Thank you.
also you utilize all the skills that we've learned the lessons, class lessons, move, process stages, hand gesture, much better than the first lessons that we had. Also, raise question apply a lot of techniques. In terms of like opening, how to open the speech. Yes, and I think that maybe for the conclusion can be done, could have done better as much like how you did an amazing job in the introduction. And maybe there's some part that like I still can sense the nervousness from in your voice.
Yeah.
Maybe let's just form up your voice for the next presentation.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, really appreciate that.
I like your stories so much. Okay? And he was right that you started the speech with a question to engage the audience. And another good thing you did was you created the curiosity by saying that, okay, I love my mom, I also love my dad, but the person I love the most is my niece, right? So yeah, everyone was like, I was like, writing and then I looked up and looked at you. And the exact question I think that come up in everyone's mind, why a niece? Okay. So that the engaging points that you have with the audience. You use a good rate, good speed of speaking for your story. And the pitch, yeah, you use like, low pitch for a very touching story. I think it was good. About the body language, it would be better if you, when you have in thought, pause. Instead of looking down to the floor,
Okay.
you look to the audience. Okay, maybe look at him, look at her, look at me, instead of looking to the floor. Okay, and you move on the stage, but try to control it better.
Oh, how?
Okay. I see that you move here, you move here, yeah. But move firmly.
Okay.
Okay. Step
I stand.
by step. Don't drag your leg.
Oh. Just want me
Okay.
to practice. Okay.
Alright. And I think mine was so precise to advise that you could have done a better job in conclude the story.
Yep.
In some kind of a message that you like to share with everyone here after telling your story. So I think if you had more time to prepare for the speech, you could have done it better in the way that you structure the ideas, and you will make a sharper message
Yeah.
throughout the story. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, actually, I must say that one of your greatest strengths is storytelling. Because the reason why I say that because you have the ability to arouse the emotion in audience. They feel really connected to what you are saying. And the reason why they are connected to what you are saying because you are able to express your emotion. You are authentic.
Okay. I think it's just because I'm talking about my niece.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
And the emotion is so real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that is the great thing about your speech. And the second thing is you are so brave to expose your thoughts to the audience because you said to us that back then this is what you're thinking
Yes.
about that name. And at that point I feel that you are very good. The thing that I believe you you could have done it better, which is the first thing is in the conclusion, you remember that we have two feedbacks on how we are going to conclude. Always ask yourself, what is the message that I'm going to show the audience, even though that is still a personal story, right? It is a personal story. At the end, you don't want to say that each and every one of you sitting here, you all have a person you love. Treasure them, because maybe this is the last moment you spend with them. Okay?
Yeah.
Personal story. The great thing about that is really touching and it's easy to connect to the audience. But at the end, it's always better if you can leave a final message which is relevant to all of us here.
Okay.
The second thing that I believe you could have done it better is about the movement. And Brian mentioned about the way you drag your feet. In order to move purposely,
Okay.
you may want to ask yourself, what are the 3 milestones in my story? Yeah. It means that in each milestone, there is the time you can move.
For me to move. Okay.
Yeah. First, second, third, and then go back to the message at the back of the stage. Yeah. The third point is, you said there was a time you transitioned night from the time that your sister was raped,
Yes.
and then there was a magical thing happened in your family. You do remember you said that
Yes.
sentence? Not just I was so looking for what kind of magical thing is that, because your dad was away at that time, and you continue the story that three of you was taking care of the baby. And what was the magical thing?
Yeah. Because I think
So
it's just like
Yeah.
the magical is that watching her
Growing.
growing. Yes.
Yeah.
Like seeing like she's just a baby, he might not on the bed, and then until he can sit down, she can grow, everything. Yes. So that is the main magical thing.
So after you describe that baby, like that the way that she developed day by day,
Yeah.
and then you can conclude by a message. That is the most magical thing that I have ever seen in my life. So don't leave the question open. Okay? With that, I believe that if you can apply it, you will perform it better.
Thank
I
you
like
so
to
much.
add into her point about the way you develop your idea for the speech. So if you decide to tell a story and it's gonna be a touching story, so you need to decide which is the moment that you're gonna touch the emotion of the audience.
Yeah, and milestone.
Okay. So structure your ideas and define which is the point that you're gonna touch the emotion of the audience.
Well, the problem with me is that if I prepare really well, even on the stage, I cannot remember.
No, it's not the problem. It's not the problem. Don't worry. You just don't know the right way to do that.
Okay.
Okay.
I have an idea, and it's talking about my niece, but I don't structure everything in my mind, so I just come up on stage and just say it out loud. And normally I use that because I feel it's a better way for me because I have a pressure, so I need to do that. But if I have more time to prepare, it's hard for me to remember all the thing in my mind. This boy I need to talk. The other boy I need to talk different thing.
We share that in common. I'm exactly your type. So I can confidently tell you that it's not a problem. You just don't know the right way to do it.
Okay.